Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports capital of the world. And we have some more college basketball action here on Rebel Sports Net. The UNLV Runnin Rebels hosting the St. Joseph Hawks here inside the Thomas and Mack Center courtside. Wyatt, Touchet, and Justin Young on the call. A 7 p.m. tip-off right around the corner here from the Mack. Justin, what an exciting one. Both these teams coming in 2-2 on the season, and St. Joe's has not been able to win on the road. They've traveled over 2,000 miles for the first ever matchup between these two programs. What a treat we have here in front of us.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, 2,000 miles. It's the first time the St. Joseph teams is playing in the Pacific time zone since 2021 against Georgetown. So, you know, it's a long flight, a flight that I personally made myself and did not enjoy. So we're definitely going to be experiencing some jet lag, these young college students here tonight.
One of the things to take a look at for the UNLV Runnin Rebels, they have 5 players in double-digit scoring that they are averaging per game. So the scoring is lethal, and they're able to do it in a number of ways here tonight.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. Of course, we got Howie Fleming Jr. and Isaac Williamson coming off a huge win against Memphis where they both had 25 points. And really, that's been the key to success for them. Their offense has been great all year. They're top 45 nationally in scoring. They're really driving to the rim. They're 17th in the nation in free throw attempts per game. So they're finding a way to score, especially driving to the rim.
This team is absolutely fireworks as we're hearing that now for the starting lineups on the floor. Before we present the starting lineups to you, though, we have to take a look back at the last win against Memphis on the road, 92-78. I know that was a sweet one for head coach Josh Pastner as he had coached there for a number of seasons before coming here to UNLV. 2 players to look at from that game, Howie Fleming Jr. and Isaac Williamson. Both guys put up 25 points. Fleming Jr., as a matter of fact, got his first double-double of the season, 25 points, 12 rebounds, and Williamson, 25 points, 5 steals. So both of them showing the effort, not only on the glass, but defensively as well. What did you like from their performance in Memphis?
Honestly, the thing that I liked the most was from Isaac Williamson. It was his first ever career start as a true freshman, and he shot 6 for 10 from the three-point line. That's what this UNLV team needs, you know. They're shooting under 30% as a team the whole season, but you have Williamson who can hit 6 of them. That's really what you need. That's what they're missing. And since they had that key piece, they beat an American Conference team on the road. They can do anything and really compete in the Mountain West if he can keep up this performance.
And taking a look at the Hawks, they are on a 2-game losing streak. The last loss on the road to Penn, 83-74, and that is where head coach Steve Donahue, who's in his first season with St. Joe's, used to coach at for 9 seasons. They're riding on a 2-game losing streak, and they're looking to turn that around here tonight in Las Vegas.
Yeah, you know, you got St. Joseph's trying to get back into the win column. You have UNLV trying to stack wins for the first time all season. They've been on a win or loss-win trajectory. Hopefully it's another dub tonight for the Rebels, but, you know, this St. Joseph team, they're going to scrap, they're going to fight. It's going to be a good one here tonight.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's matchup between the St. Joseph Hawks and the UNLV Runnin Rebels. For St. Joseph's in the backcourt, we're going to start off with number 0, Derek Simpson, number 2, Deuce Jones II, and number 11, Jaden Glover Toscano. Now moving into the front court, number 7, Desir Haskins, and number 22, Justice Ajakbor. Now for the Runnin Rebels in the backcourt, number 0, Draven Gibbs Longhorn, number 3, Howie Fleming Jr., number 12, Isaac Williamson. And now moving to the front court, number 2, Kamani Hamilton, and number 10, Jacob Benarbi.
Yeah. And I was a little surprised that Benarbi was going to start. He has not started many games this season. In fact, he has only started 1 game, but I think they really like his front court presence. You know, he is shooting 90% on the year. He can rebound a little bit, pass the ball, and he'll be key for this Rebels team here tonight.
Got a lot of action coming here on Rebel Sports Net. Wyatt Touchet and Justin Young. You just heard the starting lineups here for tonight. It is Williamson's 2nd straight start of this season, and we're going to get a heavy dose of him here tonight as he was able to put up some big numbers against Memphis. 25 points, 8 of 13 from the field, as you mentioned, Parker. 6 of 10 from deep, 3 of 5 from the line. 35 minutes, 5 steals, and was effective on both ends of the court. Tip-off is about underway. The band, the fans, and everybody here inside the Mack are ready to go. Cue the Jaws music, because it's time.
You are absolutely right. Getting ready for the tip-off. Looks like it's going to be Benarbi against Justice Ajogbor.
Tip-off is underway, and the Hawks get the ball first. Bringing the ball up the court is Simpson to Ajogbor. Back to Simpson, going to the right side, driving, kicks it out to the corner, pump fake, 15-footer up, no good, air ball. Rebound Ajogbor down low for the jump ball. With him is Gibbs Longhorn. Missed there by Haskins.
I think that's one of the quickest changes of possession arrow I've seen in a game. Immediately a jump ball called with Ajogbor and Gibbs Longhorn underneath the net.
And that favors UNLV, so the possession arrow will flip to St. Joe's, and we'll see the offense for the Runnin' Rebels first time today. Fleming Jr. at the top of the key, looking to shoot, kicks it out. Williamson right side, back to Fleming Jr. for three, no good off the front. Rebound Simpson in transition, one-on-one. Fleming Jr. off the glass and in.
Yeah, that mystery by Fleming, it was a kind of long shot, long rebound. The guys weren't ready for it. Leads to an easy transition, too, for St. Joe's.
And that's Simpson with the first bucket of the game. From the left elbow is good from Fleming Jr.
Great two-man game between Benarbi and Fleming right there. He easily goes to the elbow right there to pull up.
We're going to see a heavy dose from Fleming Jr. with offensive usage here tonight, especially taking a lot of shots. Driving right side, fouled on the take is Jones, and it's credited to Williamson, his first personal.
Yeah, attack the rim, attack the rim, attack the rim. You know, guard-heavy lineup for UNLV tonight. They exploited it right there.
This season so far, Jones is 82.6% from the line, and he has his first trip here tonight.
Overall, as a team, St. Joseph's is shooting 81.9%, which is about 9 points higher than 73.2, which is UNLV's free throw percentage.
So as he prepares to take the first shot, it's up and in. So St. Joe's has the lead 3-2 here with 18:55 to go in the first half. While this game is happening, just adjacent to us is the Cox Pavilion. And inside, the women's volleyball team is playing against Fresno State for Polynesian night. They had some dancers outside, some Hawaiian dancers, paying homage to the Polynesian heritage, and it was great to see. We will give you a live update when we have the chance. Now here on the offensive end, the Runnin' Rebels, a carry call violation on Williamson, and that's going to be the first turnover tonight for UNLV.
And you mentioned turnovers. That has been one of UNLV's biggest issues so far this season, averaging 13.5 per game. That is not sustainable for a winning ball team.
Score is currently 4-2. Hawks on the offensive side. Simpson to the left, driving, kicking it out is Glover Toscano. Rejects the screen, gives it to Ajogbor. Hand off Jones. Lobs it up and tipped out of bounds by Hamilton, and it will stay with 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
They're really trying to get to Ajogbor there. I think they love the size disadvantage they have with them.
10 seconds on the shot clock, inbounding it here to the corner for three. No good. Rebound Benarbi. The miss there by Glover Toscano. Coast to coast, Gibbs Longhorn, and able to lay it up and in to tie this ball game up at 4.
Yeah, as you mentioned, coast to coast, and he is as good as anyone when finishing around the rim.
Draven's been averaging 15 points a game this season, and he has 2 points here early. Just 3 minutes down. 2 minutes down, and a foul call on the floor. That's going to go against UNLV's Howie Fleming Jr. with a slight elbow. So second team foul.
Yeah, once again on our job board, they're really, really trying to get it to him.
20 on the shot clock, backdoor pass, ball poked out and recovered by Draven Gibbs Longhorn in transition up ahead to Williamson. Now gets it to Benarbi on the left wing, driving down the middle, contact, no good. Rebound, loses it, and St. Joe's is able to recover.
Yeah, Benarbi tried a job board there, but he said no.
At the top of the key, Jones the second. No good from deep. Rebound Ajogbor. Back out to Jones. No good again off the back iron, and rebound Gibbs Longhorn.
Yeah, and Jones is a 33% three-point shooter this season, so he can hit it, but he's having no luck so far this season.
Hamilton down low left side, but before he gets the shot off, he walked a little bit, so traveling call there. Going the other way.
Yeah, Kamani shoveled his feet a little bit right there. He had the advantage. He had the interior sort of possession there, but Alas, it was not to be.
Great positioning, just got too many steps ahead of himself, no pun intended. And now the Hawks bringing it up by way of Simpson. Ajagbour now with the ball. Handoff to Jones. Down low, Ajagbour. He kicks it out. Glover Toscano, no good. Misses that one horribly. Jones with the rebound. Passes it down low to Haskins, but he travels, and it's UNLV ball.
Oh boy, it's been a lot of turnovers and badly missed shots so far from both teams. We'll see if they can tighten it up as the game goes on, but both of these teams, kind of in their first 4 games for each of them, this has kind of been what it's been. Sometimes bad shots, bad rebounding, bad turnovers, but they'll get better as the game goes on.
In just 3 minutes, been ugly plays so far here from the Mack, but that's been one of the focuses for Coach Passner, is getting 60% of these shots to be assisted by their teammates.
Yeah, you mentioned they've really had a tough time getting assists. Their leading assist per game guy is, I believe, Dre Gibbs-Longhorn at only 3 assists a game.
Hamilton with the miss there. Rebound to Ajagbour. Simpson bringing the ball up for the Hawks. Splitting, go to the right side. Misses it, and a late foul call on Williamson. That's going to be his second personal on the shot.
And a late foul call is right. I think he called that after he had already hit the ground and missed the shot. But there looks like there was contact, although weak, and it'll be 2 shots for Simpson at the line.
So Derek Simpson will go to the line and shoot to his first trip tonight, shooting 80% from the free throw line. Already has 2 points on the night so far. Make it his third with the made free throw attempt on his first.
Yeah, and you mentioned the 2 early fouls for Williamson. We got Nas Cunningham checking in here for him.
Nas Cunningham checking in. Had a little bit of injury trouble. They were questionable to see if he was going to be able to come in. He is able to play. Played only 16 minutes in the game against Memphis, only putting up 4 points, 1 of 7 from the field. We've seen him put up some big numbers, and he's going to be a key contributor tonight if they remain in foul trouble. Simpson making both, so the Hawks lead 6-4 with 16:20 here remaining in the first. Just over 3 minutes of play here so far in the Mack. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it's last out on Gibbs-Longhorn. He's asking for a review, but it doesn't look like this coaching staff will budge there.
Yeah, I think the refs got the ball right. I thought it went out off his sort of back thigh leg, but we'll see. A crowd here disagrees with the call.
Jones left side, inside hand is good, extending the lead now to 4. Both Jones and Simpson accounting for all the points here so far with 4 apiece, totaling 8-4 here against UNLV. Leading early here on the road. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Benarbi on the right wing. Looking down low to Fleming Jr., and he's fouled as he's fighting for position. That's going to go against Simpson, his first. And our first media timeout. 8-4 early here with 4 minutes down in the first half. Runnin' Rebels trail by 4 here on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back here inside the Thomas and Mack Center. Wyatt, Touchet, and Justin Young here on the call courtside. The Runnin Rebels currently trail 8-4 with just over 4 minutes played here in the first half. It's been a little slow game, a little sloppy for both sides, but we can't say it is a point of emphasis to be able to dominate down low, both on the offense and defensive side here tonight.
Yeah, UNLV has not been really to get to the half-court sets that they really want to. They're kind of being cut off. All the passing lanes are sort of clogged right now. We'll see what Passner has called up, drone up outside of the timeout, and we'll see if they can get on the board here. Important possession here.
So far, points on the board have been scored by Gibbs, Longhorn, and Fleming Jr. The inbound to Hamilton at the free throw line. And another travel call here on UNLV. And so that's another turnover here for the Runnin Rebels.
I do not think that's what Passner wanted out of that timeout. But, yeah, Kamani, he tries to drive to the rim. He's been met with some strong resistance. And he drags a foot, gets a travel, and be St. Joseph ball.
I mean, it's understandably so. Hamilton is one of those guys you do not want him getting into his flow, in his rhythm down low. He's a guy that scores 15 points per game and is very dominant in the paint. And he's traveled for the second time here today. Down low, backdoor pass, and kicks it back out. Now on the court is Finkley. Anthony Finkley over to Williford on the right side. Guarded by Cunningham, kicks it out. Jones, the second from deep. Tries to beat the shot clock, but misses. Rebound, Cunningham.
And that's another missed three for this St. Joe's team. They're shooting just 25% on the year as a team, so even though they're shooting a lot, I don't think that's really part of their identity.
Hamilton driving left side. Pump fake. Fader, no good. Rebound, Finkley.
Decent look for Kamani there, but unfortunately just a tad short, hits the front iron.
On the court for the Hawks, Simpson, Jones the second, Finkley, Smith, and Williford. Backdoor, blocked. Good block there by Gibbs. Longhorn rejecting Finkley. The other side, Hamilton, contact no good. Ball's tipped out of bounds, and it will remain here near side for UNLV.
What a block by Dre Gibbs Longhorn. I thought that was a free layup, but even Dre Gibbs Longhorn standing at a measly 6'1", which is small in terms of basketball, he rises up and swats it from behind off the glass.
Finkley standing 6'7", Gibbs Longhorn being able to come back from behind and be able to block him that was an incredible defensive play there by Draven.
Yeah, incredible athleticism.
Absolutely, partner. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Gibbs Longhorn for three. Straight up, no good. Rebound by Williford.
Yeah, good look for Gibbs Longhorn there. Unfortunately, he's having a slow start to the season, shooting just 21% from three.
Simpson on the other side, able to get the right-handed layup, now extending their lead to 6. Not a lot of scoring here through the first 6 minutes of play. Scores 10-4. 14-15 remain here in the first. Tyron Jones, one of those guys who is tripped up with injury, misses the dunk down low. A wide open attempt, unable to convert, and sees the opportunity. Jones the second, driving right side, past Benarbi. Missed there, rebound by Fleming Jr.
Yeah, Tyron Jones checking to the game. He was a key player in that win against Memphis, and is subbed here early in the first half. Maybe get a little energizer energy going on.
Fleming Jr. down low, kicks it out. Cunningham from the left side, fouled. Hits the deck, and he's going to go line and shoot three. Foul call there is on Anthony Finkley, his first personal.
Yeah, Finkley just closed out too hard. He simply ran into Cunningham while he was shooting the three. That's going to be 3 shots every day of the week.
The Hawks have scored 6 unanswered points over the last 3 minutes. That doesn't seem like a lot because it's not a lot. But considering the score right now, it's making a difference, and that's the disparity between the leads so far. 10-4 here. Cunningham at the line, shooting three for the first time tonight, and he makes the first.
Yeah. Cunningham, a 75% from the charity stripe shooter. And overall, 3-point, that's not really his game. He's only shooting 20% on the season. But he saw an open look, and he took it.
Give him some time and give a little maturity throughout the season. The transfer from Alabama, be able to hit that from deep, no time. The redshirt freshman, saying 6'7", 175 pounds from West Orange, New Jersey, making all 3 free throws. Now, say 3-point game, 10-7 here, Rebels trail.
And that was an important 3 free throws early in this game. Now, UNLV's been struggling on offense. That can give the team some momentum.
On the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Fleming Jr., Tyron Jones, Benarbi, and Noss Cunningham. And 15 on the shot clock for the Hawks on the offensive side. Tipped up in the air by Jones as he runs into the stands for the ball. and he'll stay there for the Hawks with 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Great defensive play by Tyron Jones. He's a scrappy defender, averaging 1.3 steals and 1.3 blocks a game. Overall, he's just someone you want to have in there.
The inbound is successful to Smith. Now Simpson off the screen from Smith with 5. No good from deep.
Yeah, nice move there. Both UNLV defenders went under the screen. Open 3, just misses.
Benarby with the rebound, and now he has at the top of the key with 20 seconds to work. Gibbs Longhorn now from deep. It's good. First three-pointer of the night is made by Draven Gibbs Longhorn, tying this game up at 10.
And finally, the lid on the rim has been opened.
Williford drives right side and makes it, regaining the lead here, 12 to 10.
Yeah, you got to get your transition defense going, though. That was too easy of a shot after a made 3.
12:45 remaining here. Jones on the left wing, right wing. Cunningham, floater, no good. Rebound Finkley.
Yeah, good look there. Good floater look, but was not to be.
Jones on the right wing, driving, dump off pass, hit out of bounds, and poked out by Jones.
Good hands there by Jones not to foul there in the paint. It's such an easy thing to do, but you slap the ball away.
Coming in the game is Steven Solano, the redshirt freshman from the Bronx, New York. Coming in for Jaden Smith, the sophomore from Chicago, Illinois. Backdoor pass, fouled on the shot. It's going to go against Benarby.
And I think
going to the line, shooting 2 is Williford.
I think Benarby's going to have a little complaints there. He looked like he was just vertical holding his hands up, but they called it. It was a good inbound pass, a little backdoor cut, and he's going to be shooting 2.
That's the 4th team foul here in the first half. 12:28 remains. And it's Williford's first trip to the line, shooting 83.3% from the charity stripe, and he makes the first.
St. Joe's made all of their free throws so far. That could be the difference in this game.
Absolutely. So far through this matchup, UNLV's only 3 of 11 from the field, shooting 27%, and the Hawks, same percentage, but 4 of 15. As we've said a couple times already, it's been a slow start. Both free throws made there by Williford. He has 4 on the night to start off the beginning of the first half. 12:28 to go here. And the Hawks lead 14-10 on the road.
Yeah, and I'd like to see a little more playmaking from this UNLV team. Only one of their players in the game right now has an assist.
Fleming Jr. turns the ball over as you're speaking.
Yeah.
Recovered there by Williford.
Unfortunately, that was not what you want to do right there. That was...
And an offensive foul call on Solano. That's going to be his first.
Turnover after turnover from these teams here early on in the game.
This could be a matter down the stretch and who values and takes advantage of the opportunities each possession. That could be the difference here in this ball game. Now Benarby at the top of the key, passing to Fleming Jr. Fleming Jr. driving left side. Hand off to Benarby, backdoor pass to Jones, loses it, gets it, floater up and in, and one. Great Tyron Jones.
Great bounce pass from Jacob Benarby. Finds a cutting Jones, takes one dribble, goes up, gets fouled, but sticks through the contact and makes the basket.
Welcome back here inside the Thomas and Mack Center. UNLV Runnin Rebels trail by 2, 14-12 with less than 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Wyatt, Touchet, Justin Young, as Tyron Jones looks to go convert the and one fresh out the timeout. Let's take a look at both head coaches here tonight. Head coach Josh Pastner of the UNLV Runnin Rebels, his first season with this program. And on the other side, first season for Steve Donahue with the St. Joe Hawks. Both coaches in very experienced groups as well. With that being said, the miss there by Tyron Jones is Hawks offensive ball. And
Jones only 56% free throw shooter this season, so not a surprise that he clanks that one.
Deep three from Glover Toscano is good.
And that is upsetting if you're a UNLV fan because he banked that one in, and I do not think he called it.
Steve Donahue in his first season coaching this squad, his 24th as a collegiate head coach. Take there, Fleming Jr. and one. He's going to go line and try to convert.
Howie Fleming Jr., 6'5", 210. Used all of his strength right there. Fight through contact, through two defenders. Banks in a layup.
Under head coach Josh Pastner, formerly with Georgia Tech and Memphis, who they beat just recently, 92-78. Looking to change this culture here. We look up at the rafters. We see that 1990 national champions and, of course, all the greats that have come before these players here. Fleming Jr. misses the and one conversion.
And you mentioned looking up at the rafters here. The one I'm looking at the most is the NCAA tournament appearances. The last one was 2013. Pastner definitely going to try and change that.
Finkley from deep, no good. Rebound Gibbs Longhorn. Kick out. Cunningham for three. No good from the left side. Extending the possession. Fleming Jr. down low to Jones. He misses that one. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Jones fouled by Solano. And that's going to be his third personal.
And Jones a little bit late to get up here. Looks like I think he got hit in the face. That was a tough foul that he took there.
And this is just the beginning for head coach Josh Pastner under UNLV. But it's plays like these that you want to see from your players to buy into the culture to eventually, hopefully one day, you're able to make a tournament appearance in the big dance. And it's a long road ahead from there. Coming into the game, Walter Brown and Al Green coming out. Howie Fleming Jr. and Tyron Jones, who is shaken up on the play.
Yeah, and you talk about buying into the program. I'm not sure anybody's done that more than Tyron Jones has so far in these 4 games.
He's one of 3 players here on this roster that is from the native Las Vegas, Nevada.
I mentioned that. The other 2 being Jalen Cunningham and Mason Abaton. The latter two, went to Coronado High School in Henderson, Nevada. Is also where I went to high school.
Ooh, okay, a little connection there. Gibbs Longhorn for 3, airballs that one, and a foul on the ground.
Kamani Hamilton there fighting for inside position, and
they're going to call out on Desir Haskins.
Yeah.
His first personal for the Hawks, and so they're in foul trouble in the bonus, so Hamilton will shoot a 1-and-1.
Yep, already in the bonus. That's a good thing for UNLV, as we mentioned, top of the nation in free throw attempts a game.
9 minutes down exactly. Hamilton misses the first. UNLV able to get the rebound from Green. Gibbs Longhorn at the top, driving right side, falls down, picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Green pump fakes, down low, Brown open, goes up for the slam, and is fouled by a Jogbor, who's one of the best blockers for this program, the graduate student, Justice Ajogbor from Nigeria. Yeah. Not attempted any three-pointers, but on the defensive end, he is one of the best to do it.
Yeah, averaging about 2 blocks a game. He is really a presence there in the paint, and what I want to see is UNLV is to hit some free throws.
Came from Harvard, graduated, a Harvard graduate, and he finished 10th in the program in career blocks with 97. So kind of puts in perspective, and when he came to his first season with St. Joe's, had 86 last season.
He could hit 100 tonight if he's lucky enough.
Splitting those there is Walter Brown, so it's a 2-point game between UNLV and St. Joe's on the other end. Myers, no good, Jones, rebound there by Green.
Yeah, and that's kind of a rush shot there from St. Joe's.
Gibbs Longhorn finds Benarbi in the paint, fouled, and one! And another foul there by a jog boy. That's going to be his second personal. UNLV taking advantage down low. Tied ball game at 17.
Bernarby getting into a jog boy's face there after the and one. Flexing a little bit on him. But most importantly, can he hit the back end of the and one? They have not been able to do that so far.
Jogboy is going to come out. And so is Myers. So taking a look on the floor for UNLV first. Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Green, Bernarby, and Brown. Bernarby at the line. Converts the and one, and UNLV has the lead. On the court for the Hawks, Simpson, Jones the second, Haskins, Smith, and Glover Toscano. Stolen there, Hamilton going up for the slam, and he puts it down.
What an incredible effort from Kamani Hamilton. Clogs up the passing lane in the backcourt, gets a steal, and flushes a two-handed jam.
And an 8-0 run in the last 90 seconds for UNLV. They regain the lead 20-17 halfway through here the first half.
Ooh, looked like hard foul there. Simpson goes crashing towards the ground. Looks like there's Dre Gibbs, Lawhorn, and Kamani Hamilton. I think they're going to call Hamilton for the foul.
Simpson hits the deck really hard, like you said. That one's going to go against, I think, Hamilton. Gets up slow, holding his right hand. Looks like he's going to be okay, but definitely not one that you're going to want to feel.
Yeah, I think mostly that was his wrist that he hurt a little bit. But, yeah, he's staying in the game. He's going to be here for the inbound pass.
UNLV leads 20-17 with 10:03 remaining here in the first. Currently on an 8-0 run in the last 90 seconds. So far leading the Rebs. Gibbs Longhorn with 5 points. They've been spreading the wealth here so far. Step back. Nope. Sending it to Haskins now on the left wing. He's going to pull it up for three. No good. Rebound Bernarby. A foul on the ground.
And it's going to be on Bernarby. He got inside position, or at least tried to, and he grabbed Jaden Smith there. No relation to Will. And it'll be St. Joseph ball here on the inbound.
Both of them fighting for positioning. Bernarby just undercuts them a little bit, and it's enough for the referee to blow the whistle. The redshirt freshman with the foul there. So with 20 seconds on the shot clock, less than 10 minutes to go here in the first. Trap in the corner. Backdoor pass blocked by Brown, and that goes out of bounds, and it'll still be Hawks ball.
Once again, clogging the passing lanes is what UNLV's been doing really well tonight on the defensive side. Walter Brown right there, the Kiwi, tips it off into the stands.
9:41 remaining here in the first half. Referees telling some people on the bench and sideline, baseline, to back up a little bit. Give me a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah.
So now the inbound here for the Hawks. Jones gets it in to Smith. Gives the ball to Williford on the right wing deep. 10 seconds. 1-3-1 look here from the defense from UNLV. Williford almost travels. Three-pointer up. And it's buried. Glover Toscano from deep.
Impressive shot from Toscano off the dribble near the three-point line, and he buries it.
They called it a two. His foot was on the line. So it's a 1-point lead for UNLV. Bernarby, loose ball, drives, fouled on the shot. He's going to go to the line, shoot two. And the foul's going to go against Desir Haskins, his second personal.
Yeah, Bernarby trying to do a little Euro step here in the paint, drives and meets a wall of hands, but one of them connects with him and he gets fouled.
Bernarby going to the line earlier, 1 for 1 off that and one call, converting. He's going to get 2 shots here as they're in the double bonus.
And Bernarby doing a little bit of everything for UNLV right now. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And that's what you want to see from the guy, the only returning player on UNLV's rosters from last season.
The redshirt freshman Kevin Kearney coming in for Desir Haskins. Bernarby looking to shoot his third free throw of the night. With 9:13 to go, misses that one. UNLV leads 21-19. Bernarby gets his own rebound, and Hamilton with the putback.
Hamilton is so good on the offensive glass. Putback slam, athletic move from the big fella.
UNLV leads by 4. Kearney on the left wing gets it over to Glover Toscano. Now in the hands of Jones at the logo with 15 to go. Jaden Smith now at the top, handoff. Jones driving left side, fouled on the ground by Bernarby. And they're in the bonus now. They're going to shoot a 1-1.
Yeah, they're going to call Benarbi there on a little bit of a reach-in. And I would say that Jones did a great job of selling it. There's no doubt about that.
Jones with his second trip to the line now. Williamson comes to the scorer's table, coming in for Benarbi, who has 3 fouls here in the first half. They're definitely going to need to rest him and save all those last 2 fouls for the second half.
Yeah, he's been so good so far into this game. So for him to be in foul trouble, it's unfortunate, but, St. Joe's is dealing with the same thing with their jog bar. So you win some, you lose some.
8:49 remaining here. UNLV leads by 4. Now cut down to 3 from the free throw from Jones, the second. He now has 5 points on the night.
Jones, around an 83% free throw shooter on the year, averaging 17 points a game, so he's the sort of the go-to guy for the St. Joe's offense.
Transferred from LaSalle this year. Last season with LaSalle, he was named the Atlantic 10 Rookie of the Year, starting 20 games, playing in 33, averaging almost 13 points a game, 3 rebounds, and almost 3 assists, and 5 rebounds to tack on with that. Very valuable asset for this Hawks squad. Turnover there from UNLV. Coming into the game is Fleming Jr. for Walter Brown.
And you mentioned LaSalle there. They're actually part of the Philly Big Five, all of the colleges in the city of Philadelphia. It's Villanova, UPenn, Temple, LaSalle, and St. Joseph's.
So with 8:35 remaining here in the first half, UNLV leads 23-20. Hand off to Jones. Kicks it out. Kearney for 3. No good, in and out. Fighting for the rebound, loses it, is Smith. But they're going to say it sticks here with the Hawks.
Yeah, a 50-50 call there. And it really doesn't matter who's shooting the 3 right now for St. Joseph's. They cannot hit one to save their lives.
10% from 3, 1 of 10 from deep, and a timeout from Coach Donahue. So we're going to step aside here. UNLV leads by 3 from the Thomas and Mack Center. Welcome back here inside the Thomas and Mack Center. The UNLV Runnin Rebels lead by 3, 23-20, with 8:23 remaining here in the first half. Courtside, Wyatt, Touchet, and Justin Young. Fresh off that timeout from Coach Donahue for the Hawks. They're looking to capitalize here on the offensive side. The inbound for the Hawks is Myers. Gets it in to Smith, just barely. And Jones now here on the right side.
Williamson really tried his best to deflect that inbound pass, but to no avail.
Glover Toscano over to the corner. Kearney tries to drive, kicks it back out. Deep 3. No good from Glover Toscano. Loose ball on the ground, fighting for it. Williams loses it, Left side fouled. And the foul's going to go against Fleming Jr. That's going to be his second personal. And going to the line for the Hawks is Myers, his first trip tonight.
Yeah. And really, Williamson got it stripped by Myers. He didn't see him behind him after the rebound. And Fleming really just trying anything to make that shot a hard one.
And looking at the replay partner, it didn't look like he made any contact whatsoever.
No.
Myers just hit the deck just because he was off balance in the air.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, that sells it sometimes, though. You know, these Atlantic 10 teams, they're scrappy. They know how to really work the game.
Kafik Myers, the redshirt freshman, coming from Philly, so not too far down the road, was able to bring in multiple championships for Newman Goretti, 4 Philadelphia City championships, a PCL championship, and the PIAA state title, as he's able to make those free throws there, both of them. Now they're only down by 1, 23-22, less than 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Williamson driving on Myers, and he is fouled on the take. Down goes our friend from Fox 5, Matt Thorpe. Hope he's okay. Looks like he just got tipped over by Myers, but.
Yeah. Myers sort of did an Allen Iverson step over on him, of course, after fouling Isaac Williamson.
Good hack there. Williamson's going to go to the line and shoot two, grabbing his right arm. His first trip from the charity stripe.
Yeah, and Williamson, we haven't seen much of him so far in this first half, but driving to the rim, that's what we like to see here.
Only 55% of the line, makes the first one there, and those are his first points of the night, extending the lead to 2 with less than 8 minutes to go here in the first.
He's really flexing and holding that right wrist. I definitely think it's bugging him more than he's letting on.
Got hit pretty hard there by Myers,
Yeah.
which is his first personal of the night. Williams, his second free throw, makes both, extends the lead back to 3.
I'm impressed with a hurt right wrist. He's shooting a little bit better than maybe he does regularly.
1-2-2 press here from the UNLV defense. On the court, Gibbs, Longhorn, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Green, tipped up pass. Recovered there by Jones and Williamson, who just shot some free throws. Missed shot from Jones in transition. Fleming Jr. taking it coast to coast. Handoff. Hamilton loses it. Recovered by Williford.
Yeah, Hamilton a little out of control, looking for a backcourt pass.
Myers left side, no good. Tip back up, no good there by Smith. And a traveling call down low by Kamani Hamilton. That's his third as he holds his head on the hardwood.
Yeah.
On the court for the Hawks, Kearney, Jones the second, Myers, Smith, and Williford. Coming into the game now is Simpson and Finkley. Coming out is Myers and Kearney.
Yeah, tough travel call on Kamani Hamilton there, but you know, if you fall down and your back hits, that's a travel. Tried to get the ball out quick enough, but he did not.
Simpson, the inbound pass to Smith. Now Finkley on the right side looking to work, backing down Hamilton with 12 on the shot clock. And a foul call on Hamilton. That's going to be his second personal, and the crowd does not agree here inside the Mack.
And I personally also do not agree. That was some back and forth. He was giving a little bit of an elbow, but you know, so was Finkley there.
They're both fighting for position down low.
Yeah.
That's just, you got to let that play, but as Coach Mullen likes to say for football, just be consistent. Tyron Jones comes in for Hamilton, who has 2 fouls here in the first half.
Yeah, you mentioned the consistency. That's one that's maybe not called with 2 minutes left in the second half, but right there they called it.
7-14, missed shot there. Ball's tipped out of bounds, and it's UNLV ball. They lead by 3 with 7:12 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, missed the front end of the 1-and-1, and looks like it's going to replay review to see who it went out on.
So we're going to step aside here. UNLV leads by 3 with less than 8 minutes to go here in the first half. You're listening to UNLV Runnin Rebel Basketball here on Rebel Sports Net. Here from the Thomas and Mack Center, Wyatt, Touchet, and Justin Young here on Rebel Sports Net, giving you a score update for the UNLV women's volleyball team. They currently trail 2-0 against Fresno State. It's currently 15-11 in the third set. Kaylee King nearing 1,000 career digs, one of the best Rebels that we've seen for that program in terms of liberos. They're unable to stay ahead here, but inside the Thomas and Mack, just adjacent to the pavilion where the women's volleyball team is playing, they are leading by 3, 25-22 with 7 minutes to go. Gibbs Longhorn to the corner. Green dribbling it back out. Now Williamson trying to drive left side, cuts it back, crossover, kicks it out. Gibbs Longhorn driving right baseline, off the glass and in, extending the lead to 5.
Great inside move by Gibbs Longhorn. Drives to the rim, uses the rim for protection, gets the easy layup.
And he leads the game in scoring with 7. It's been a low-scoring affair here in the first half. A lot of misses, a lot of turnovers from the Runnin Rebels, 9 on the night. Jones misses the short jumper, and rebound there by Fleming Jr. Without those turnovers, partner, I'd say this game might be broken wide open. With 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go, will be interesting to see as they pick up their 10th turnover by Jones there. Hopefully they can be able to go into the second half and change the mentality, change the energy, and a foul call there on Green. That's going to be his first personal, as they had a trap right against the half-court line and near the out-of-bounds marker as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to be said inside that locker room during halftime, but something has to be said about these turnovers. As you mentioned, 10 in the first half. They average 13.5 per game. They're on pace for 20, over 20. That's not good. And they really, yeah, it's a 5-point lead. They're winning, but they really could be up by so much more if they cut down on the turnovers.
I mean, the first game, the home opener against UT Martin, they had 22 on opening night. They were able to bounce back from it, only average around 10 to 12 the next few games, but we have 10 here in the first half. Like you said, it's just been an ugly game from both sides, a low-scoring affair. 27-23, Jones makes his first free throw. He has 6 on the night, his second one coming right here. Makes that one, so now it's 7 tie and gives Longhorn for the game high at 7. It's a 3-point game here.
Yeah. Free throws have been a big part of St. Joseph's offensive game plan, as sad as that sounds, but they've really been able to get to the line and hit their free throws when they've gone there.
11 of 13 as a team. Backdoor pass, Williamson off the glass and in. Assisted there by Gibbs Longhorn. And a timeout there from Coach Donahue.
Yeah.
Actually, no, whistle is blown.
Technical
and it's going to be a technical foul on Williamson. As we take a look at the replay, he goes up, makes a Jogbore, who's a great defensive blocker, unable to do anything. He does a gesture with his hand, like the talking symbol that you see with a sock puppet, and Gibbs Longhorn giving him a treatment of, hey, you need to focus on this is a close game, and we cannot afford to have a technical foul here. You need to cut it out.
Yeah, Williamson letting his emotions get the best of him. And hey, I get it. You're not that tall, right? You're Isaac Williamson.
I mean, the true freshman.
True freshman. You stand that's just 6 feet tall. And then you get a really nice layup over Justice Ajogbor, who is 6'10", 260, a grad student. I respect the talk, but you got to know. You can't do the gesture. You can't say anything too loud. The refs are going to hit you with that every single time.
And because of that, he's going to make his way to the bench, and coming in for him is Nos Cunningham. So on the court for the Runnin Rebels, Gibbs, Longhorn, Fleming Jr., Jones, Green, and Nos Cunningham. And for the Hawks, Simpson, Jones the second, Finley, Glover Toscano, and Ajogbor. Jones off the screen and fouled on the ground by Gibbs Longhorn. Trying to fight through the screen from Ajogbor, and the sounds of boos from the Mack are very loud here.
The fans are letting the refs hear it. That was another one where it really could have gone either way. That was definitely a great acting job by Jones there, but at the end of the day, he's going to be standing at the charity stripe. He's going to get 2 shots.
Now Jones going to take his 9th and 10th free throws of the night, as both teams are in the double bonus. 5:50 to go. Jones makes that one. He is now 8 of 9 from the line. Shooting very effectively so far here tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately on pace for over 20 free throws if he keeps it up. And yeah, you cannot let one individual player get to the line that many times.
Jones makes both, cutting the lead to 1. UNLV leads 29-28 with less than 6 minutes to go here in the half. Longhorn Gets the screen from Jones left side. Gives it to Jones at the nail. Kicks it out. Green, right side. Pump fakes. Picks it up. Fader is good. Spinning. Now extends the lead to 3.
A little Dirk Nowitzki there from Al Green. A fadeaway one-legged jumper, and it's smooth.
15-footer is good. From the nail on the side. Jones makes it with the answer.
Comes off the screen, gets to his spot, and shoots a beautiful mid-range.
Green on the right side. Cuts back in. Blocked by a Jogbor. His first of the night. And we see why he leads 2 programs in the top 10 for both Harvard and now St. Joe's.
Looks like the ref's telling the St. Joe's bench to calm down a little bit. It's definitely been an emotional game so far.
1-point game. Cunningham, the inbound man. 31-30 with 5:13 remaining here in the half. Gives Longhorn on the corner. Now to Jones, who sets up a screen for Fleming Jr. on the left wing. Looking to drive. Steps back, now drives again. Over a Jogbor and foul called. That's going to be his 3rd personal.
Yeah, looks like refs gave one back to UNLV there. They could have easily not called that a foul. A smaller guard going in against a big center.
And they actually called against Finkley on his back for the push on the jumper. Okay. About the 7-foot floater there. So Fleming Jr. will go to the line, shoot 2 for his 2nd trip tonight. He's 0 for 1 so far. And misses his 2nd here.
Yeah, Fleming Jr. was shooting 94% from the charity stripe before tonight's game, but fortunately 0 for 2 so far.
Just 5:02 remaining here inside the Thomas and Mack. Both teams 2-2 on the season. Hamilton coming to the line. Coming to the scorers table. Fleming Jr. 1 of 2 from the line. Hamilton comes in for Green. Haskins coming in. Finkley coming out for the Hawks. Now 2-point game between these 2 teams. Reminder, this is the first trip in the West Coast since 2021 of November. And they've traveled over 2,100 miles from Philadelphia. Jones from the left side. Pump fake, drives, and a 20-foot jumper is in.
And you can see why he's their leading scorer. He really can create at all 3 levels and really shoot the rock from anywhere.
15 points on the night here in the first half. Kick out. Gibbs, Longhorn guarded by Jones on the right wing. Now Hamilton at the top of the key, just above the arc. Down low to Fleming Jr. Kicking out. Gibbs, Longhorn from the left side. It's good.
Huge 3 for Dre Gibbs Longhorn. He's not shot it well this season so far, but this game he's already hit 2 of them. He's pumped up.
It was tied at 3, and now they regain the lead by 3. Stolen ball, Jones. Transition, 3-on-2. Gibbs Longhorn with authority on the other end.
That man flew to get the dunk. Great steal by Jones. Great pass to get to Gibbs Longhorn.
And another turnover here by the Hawks, this time by the hands of Cunningham getting in the lane. Jones to Hamilton in the corner, and the Rebels lead by 5 with less than 4 minutes to go.
Crowd is getting into it now. They've loved their defense that they've seen the last 2 possessions.
Cunningham from the corner, no good, just off the front iron. Rebound Hamilton for a second chance opportunity for UNLV. Fleming Jr. at the logo, setting up this offense here.
Yeah, slowing it down, passing, telling Fleming what to do here, what screen to go with.
They've made 6 of their last 8, 5 on the shot clock off the screen. Step back, no good from Fleming Jr. Rebound Hamilton, and fouled on the shot by a Jogbor. Now that's his 3rd personal, and Hamilton will go to the line to shoot 2. But first, we're going to step aside for the final media timeout with 3:23 to go here. UNLV leads by 5. Fresh out of the break, UNLV leads 37-32 here on Rebel Sports Net. Courtside, Wyatt Touchet and Justin Young from the Thomas and Mack Center with 3:23 remaining. And the Running Rebels are finding a little bit of secret sauce to be able to get ahead. They might start extending that lead just a little bit more as Hamilton goes the line to shoot two.
Yeah, and they're really using their defense to create their offense. You know, the last 3 or so possessions, getting a steal, just an outright steal off a bad pass, and really driving it to the paint. And if they can do that consistently for the rest of the game, obviously the steals are going to be hard to come by. But unfortunately, it seems like avoiding their half-court sets has led to their most success.
Hamilton makes that first free throw there. I mean, one of the most jarring stats that we're seeing so far is how well UNLV has out-rebounded the Hawks. On paper, the Hawks are way bigger than the Runnin' Rebels, but they are playing bigger tonight, out-rebounding the Hawks 27-16 as Hamilton knocks down both free throws. Now is 2 of 3 from the night, extending the lead to 7. With 3:15 remaining, UNLV leads 39-32. But that is just something so important for this team to be able to do so. Stolen there, Fleming Jr. in transition, 3-on-2, looking, corner, Gibbs Longhorn for 3. No good, just short. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll be Runnin' Rebs ball.
Yeah, a little bit of a heat check there from Gibbs Longhorn. Short on it. It was contested, but thankfully tipped ball by St. Joe's, and it'll be Rebels ball inbounding from the baseline.
I mean, we talked about it during the break. Well, this is just a season that we haven't seen a lot of made threes. Fleming Jr. airballs that one, and just collegiate wide. It just hasn't been there. 2 of 10 from deep for this team for UNLV. Short floater, no good there. Rebound, a jog board down low, foul and 1 on the slam. And a stupid foul there by Hamilton. That's going to be his third. UNLV right before that basket, 7-0 run in the last 90 seconds. And the Hawks trying to cut this lead down late in the half.
Yeah, and stupid is the perfect word to describe that foul. He already had the free dunk. There was no way he was going to be able to block it, but comes over, gives him a light tap on the wrist, and it'll be an and 1 for Justice Ajagbar.
Walter Brown comes in for Kamani Hamilton. It looks like 2 more subs for the Hawks after this free throw from Ajagbar. Makes the first, misses the second. And so both subs will come back to the bench. On the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Fleming Jr., Jones, Brown, and Cunningham. Step back, kick out. Gibbs, Longhorn now driving across the middle, finding open. Jones off the glass and fouled. He's going to go line, shoot 2, and the foul's going to be on Simpson. That's going to be his second personal. 2:28 remaining. UNLV leads by 5.
Yeah, a little bit of a flashy pass there from Gibbs Longhorn. Drives through the paint, is able to draw the interior defender. It's a nice back bounce pass from back around to Ajagbar, gets it to Jones, and Jones gets fouled hard as he goes up for the shot.
And Jaden Smith making his way to the scorer's table. Jones, his first free throw, good, all net. Smith coming in for Ajagbar, who has 2 personal fouls. So now on the court with Smith is Simpson, Jones, Haskins, and Glover Toscano. UNLV leads by 6 with 2:28 remaining. Jones on his second trip to the line makes the first and makes the second. So both of them good. Extending the lead now to 7, 41-34 with less than 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, great free throw shooting there from Tyron Jones. It's not been a huge part of his game, but knocking both of those right there is pretty clutch.
Simpson on the left wing gets the screen from Smith. Looking to go right. 14 on the shot clock. Now Jones on the right wing. Skips it over to Haskins. Now over to Glover Toscano. Picks up his dribble. Jones with 4 on the shot clock. Driving. Blocked by Jones. Going the other way. Gives it up to Fleming Jr. What a block by Jones getting up.
Yeah, it was like I was on a pogo stick there.
And he goes on the other side. Right side fouled by Smith. That's his first personal, and Jones will go back to the line and shoot 2 more free throws with less than 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, you know, we saw Isaac Williamson is not really doing as well as he did in that Memphis game, but someone who is doing as well is Tyron Jones. He has been everywhere so far for this UNLV team on both sides.
He's only shot 56% from the line this season, but he's made 2 of 3 here tonight. He'll shoot 4 and 5 at the trip. His 4th free throw up and good. Extending the lead now to 8. He has 5 on the night with 3 rebounds as well.
And what does not show up in the stat sheet is his defensive impact, clogging up the passing lanes, even that block that he just got right then, that was really, really important for the UNLV Rebels.
Jones 4 of 6 from the line as he splits that trip. A lot of fouls and a lot of trips to the line. 15 of 18 for the Hawks and 14 of 20 for the Runnin Rebels. St. Joseph with 15 team fouls and UNLV with 14. Corner 3 there made by Glover Toscano, bringing the lead now to 5.
Ends their three-point drought. For a while, like no one could hit a three, but Toscano ends it there.
Minute 20 to go. Across the lane, no good. Rebound Brown. Cunningham at the top of the key, driving right side. Rejected by Smith. Going the other direction, Jones. One-on-one. Off the glass, no good. Great defensive stand there by Gibbs Longhorn. Rebound Fleming Jr. Passes it up to Cunningham. Back to Fleming Jr. Over to Gibbs Longhorn. Buries the 3. Extending the lead now to 8.
Incredible individual effort from Gibbs Longhorn. Stops a 3-on-1 essentially on the defensive end. And then Cubs hits a transition 3. He is feeling hot right now.
45-37 with less than 45 seconds to go. Simpson drives, floater no good. Whistle blown dead way after the shot as Fleming Jr. had the ball in his hands, and they're going to call a foul on UNLV defense.
Yeah, it wasn't on the shot, but it looks like it was going to be against, well, Jaden Smith got fouled there, and it was off the rebound. Looked like
I think that foul call is on Fleming Jr. That's going to be his 3rd personal, and he's going back to the referee to make his case for the box out that they call an off-ball foul on.
Yeah. I think they might have just seen that Howie Fleming, the smaller guy, boxed out number 10, Jaden Smith, almost a 7-footer, and said, he probably fouled him.
And Jaden Smith's first trip to the line, he misses the first one, and if he misses the second, everyone here inside the Thomas and Mack Center is going to get free tots from Parkway Tavern, Tap House and Grill. Got the R mixed up in the wrong word. Very different. Very different. Jaden Smith here at the line, 0 for 1. The second free throw, he splits. So he makes 1. Misses the first, makes the second. Cuts the lead down to 7. 8 seconds between shot and game clock. It's now 35 seconds here remaining in the half.
Yeah, crushes the hopes of the UNLV fans who wanted the free tots.
Gibbs Longhorn driving left side, pulls it back out at the nail. Trying to get down low, kicks it out to Jones on the right wing. 14 on the shot clock. Jones looking, gives it up to Fleming Jr. on the left elbow. Now Gibbs Longhorn for 3, straight up, no good. Fighting for the rebound, Jones unable to get it, and rebound by Jones with 10 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, it looks like Gibbs Longhorn was just drifting just a bit on that shot. Most likely affected it.
Deuce Jones picks it up, kicks it out. Haskins, right baseline at the buzzer, and he makes it, cutting the lead to 5. So at the end of the half, 45-40, UNLV leads here at home.
Yeah, and we'll see what Coach Josh Passner has to say in the locker room. Really, it started off slow. A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots, a lot of missed threes. It picked up a little bit near the end there. You know, you got Gibbs Longhorn suddenly shooting the 3 ball really well, but with that comes their defensive struggles at the end there. You know, they really can stop the penetration from St. Joe's.
2 guys in double-digit scoring, 1 on each side. Deuce Jones, 15 points, 9 of those coming from the line. And on the other side, Dre Gibbs Longhorn, 15 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of those coming from deep. So 9 points for each guy is coming from different areas of the court. 1 from the free throw line, 1 from behind the arc. 45-40 here at the halftime break. Don't go anywhere. More action for second half here, Runnin Rebel basketball on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Here inside the Thomas and Mack Center courtside, Wyatt, Touchet, Justin Young here on Rebel Sportsnet. You're listening to UNLV Running Rebel basketball here courtside. The Running Rebels lead 45-40, fresh out the halftime break. Two guys that have been scoring relentlessly. Draven Gibbs Longhorn with 15 points on the night, and on the other side, Deuce Jones II, who also has 15 points. Jones has found success at the line, shooting 9 of 10, and Gibbs Longhorn finding success deep, 3 of 7 beyond the arc.
Yeah, and we were talking about it over the break that this has really been a free throw heavy contest between the teams so far. You know, St. Joseph's only averages around 13 free throw attempts a game, and they already have about 20 so far in this contest. Of course, Deuce Jones II, a huge part of that. 9 free throws made so far for him. And it's been him against Dre Gibbs Longhorn battling it out. Sort of a guard battle. As you mentioned, Jones finding most of his success at the free throw line. Gibbs Longhorn, really from all three levels, been able to get some layups, a nice dunk to really hype up the crowd, and as well as a couple from beyond the arc. So those two have been really carrying the offenses of both teams so far. We'll see how it goes here in the second half.
Absolutely, partner. I mean, the free throw lines were an intricate part of that first half. That's why it felt a little slower. I mean, we're on pace for a 80, 90-point game from both sides. You know, as you said, both teams have shot it at least 20 free throws or more, and for St. Joe's, that's more than their average. When you take a look at another stat, the rebounding for UNLV has been incredible. Out-rebounding the Hawks 33-22. They've been playing big. On paper, they are smaller, but they have been playing big here tonight as they come out for the second half.
Yeah, big part of that. Howie Fleming Jr., how about him? He's a smaller guard, but he really has a knack of getting those rebounds. He positions himself so well that when any missed shot goes off the back of the rim, he's there ready for it.
Fleming Jr. was 7 rebounds leading the way, and Hamilton was 6. Fleming Jr. last game against Memphis had a double-double, 25 points and 12 rebounds in the beginning of the second half here from the Thomas and Mack on the court for the Hawks. Simpson, Jones, Haskins, Glover Toscano, and Jogbor. Floater good from the baseline from Simpson to get the first points on the board. And on the court for UNLV, Gibbs Longhorn, Hamilton, Fleming Jr., Benarby, and Williamson.
Yeah, good corner sort of floater there, drove in. Nice touch, and good offensive possession, opening offensive possession for St. Joseph's.
They're coming out awake here in the second half. Down low, Hamilton working, no good off the back iron. Gets his own rebound, goes up, has some contact, fighting for it again, unable to grab it this time, and now the Hawks in transition.
Yeah, met with resistance in the paint, but unfortunately not able to convert the layups.
Jones down low to a Jogbor, no good, smokes the layup. Fighting for the layup, the rebound. Benarby 3-on-2 to Fleming Jr. on the right side, spinning, fade away, right hand good.
Very nice touch from Howie Fleming Jr. Spins, banks it off the glass. Really tough angle for him to do that on.
Now scores 47-42 with just over a minute here played in the second half. A Jogbor handoff to Glover Toscano for 3. Buries it, splash.
Yeah, he's been the hot hand from beyond the arc for St. Joseph's. I believe he's the only one who's actually hit from beyond the arc, and he hits another one.
Hamilton at the top of the key. And a quick whistle blown here for Draven Gibbs Longhorn, who is hobbling off the court to the bench. And coming in is Walter Brown. That has been something that they have been dealing with since the offseason, that injury bug. Emmanuel Steffen's going to be out for several months. Miles Shea, who re-injured himself not too long ago, just a couple weeks ago. And then, of course, Isaac Williamson made his appearance just a couple games ago. And we have some guys shaking up like Logie Dembele, Tyron Jones, Nos Cunningham. You cannot afford to lose another guy here tonight.
Yeah, and you hate to say it, but Miles Shea may never sit up in a UNLV Rebels uniform. He's going to be out for the year, and if he decides to redshirt, he may transfer out.
Hamilton from the left side, buries it, splashes that one from deep, extending the lead back to 5.
Kamani Hamilton from beyond the arc, a 25% three-point shooter. Turnover right there for St. Joseph. It's going to be UNLV basketball. I'm not sure what happened.
Force pass in transition by the Hawks. That's their 6th turnover of the game. UNLV has 10 from the first half. The defense with great pressure, able to get the ball back quick. Hamilton at the top of the key, looking to make a move. Passes it over to Fleming Jr. on the right side. Drives, blowing by a couple defenders and is fouled by a jog board. That's his third personal there.
Great job by Fleming, being able to hang in the air there with the big men. You know, if he tries to rush that, try to get it over him, that's going to be off target. But hangs in, draws the contact, absorbs the contact, and gets a shot up. Doesn't make it this time, but it's good practice.
So Fleming will go to the line and shoot his fourth and free throw of the night. UNLV currently leads by 5 with 2 minutes down here in the second half. First free throw made there by Fleming Jr. This is just his second free throw made here tonight. Partner, this is going to be an interesting game down the stretch here in the second half. It was a tight one, tightly contested, a lot of free throws in the first half, and that's looking like what we're going to see here potentially in the second. You know, if you're Coach Josh Pastor, what's the mentality? What was the message to the guys at half?
Definitely take better care of the ball. You know, try to draw those fouls that they've been doing so far, but don't make the dumb pass. Don't make the sort of selfish play. Just really try to kick the rock. Try to get a good drive into the paint.
Glover Toscano driving right side, foul. Didn't look like a lot of contact there, but didn't matter to the referee. It's going to be called on Hamilton. That's going to be his fourth personal, a guy who has been in foul trouble a lot this season. And he's going to come to the bench and join Trey Gibbs Longhorn, who is still holding onto his ankle and getting treatment there.
Yeah, and you were right. Minimal contact is right. Oh, it's a technical foul here called on UNLV.
Technical foul is going to assess to UNLV's number 2, Kamani Hamilton.
And it's called on Kamani Hamilton. That's the second technical foul here tonight by UNLV. First one on Isaac Williamson. Now this one on Kamani Hamilton, arguing on his fourth personal foul call as Jones drove from the right side, beat him on the step. Not a lot of contact. He came over for the help. Excuse me. He blew by Fleming Jr. Hamilton came over for the help. Not a lot of contact there, and they call the foul on him, and he also gets teed up after the fact as well. They lead by 7, and these are valuable points that could make a difference later down the stretch.
Yeah, and once again, as we said earlier with Isaac Williamson, yes, your emotions do matter, and yes, you have every right to feel upset because there was not a lot of contact there. But you got to know in these games, the refs are going to call you out for it every single time.
Jones makes both free throws, so he now has 11 points from the line, 11 of 12 from the free throw line here tonight. And so now at the free throw line after that foul is Glover Toscano, which is first trip tonight. And on the season, he has shot 80% from the line. First free throw here is good, all net.
And this is going to potentially be a 4-point swing here. You know, even regarding the technical foul, if they didn't call that marginal contact, you know, would have been UNLV ball. Still would have been 52-46, or 45, excuse me.
So now that 4-point swing makes it a 3-point game, 52-49, 17-40 here in the second half. On the court for UNLV, Fleming Jr., Jones, Benarby, Williamson, and Brown. And for the Hawks, Simpson, Jones the second, Haskins, Smith, and Glover Toscano. Missed layup there by Williamson. Rebound, Benarby back out to Williamson. Looking towards Fleming Jr.'s direction, and a foul down low on Jaden Smith, fighting against Benarby for position near the right block.
Yeah, once again, that's just two big men sort of battling out, both giving it to each other a little bit. Looks like Benarby got the call there, and Jaden Smith not happy about it, but it is what it is.
His second personal, the shot clock resets to 20. Jones with the entry pass. Hand off to Williamson, driving to the left side. The shot was blocked and rebounded there by Jones. Spinning with 5 seconds. Contact. He's going to go line and shoot 2. Foul there against Haskins, his third personal.
Haskins still had his hands up in the air saying that he was just vertical. Did not foul him, but it was a good drive by Jones. Honestly, pretty good defense. Call could have gone either way. Once again, this one goes UNLV's way.
So Tyron Jones going to line. He has 5 points tonight. He is 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He's going to shoot his 6th and 7th free throw here. He misses the first, and that one is wide left. Not even close.
That was the worst one I think we've seen here tonight. That was Shaq-esque from Tyron Jones at the charity stripe.
Very much Shaq-esque. That might have been the worst free throw of the season. Score still 52-49, 17:07 remains here in the second half. Misses both free throws, the second one off the back iron. A better miss, but still a miss nonetheless.
Yeah, and in the season he's shooting around 50%, so it was a little uncharacteristic of him to shoot so well in the first half, but catching up with them here in the second half.
Down low, Smith on the right side reverses it on Benarbi, cutting the lead now to 1 point.
Good inside position there from Jaden Smith.
Down low, Jones over the top. Now to Fleming Jr. in the left corner. Back to Jones on the baseline, fouled on the ground by Smith. And that's going to be Smith's third personal.
And that's really important because we already mentioned that's Jaden Smith's third personal, and we already mentioned their starting center, Justice Ajagbor. He also has 3 fouls, so they're getting their bigs into some foul trouble here early in the second half.
Ajagbor, Solano, Haskins, and now Smith, 4 of their biggest guys are in foul trouble with 3. And driving down low, Jones able to pick up the layup, extending the lead back to 3.
Yeah, beautiful drive there from Jones, able to lay it in softly.
So now Simpson, hand off to Smith, back to Simpson, guarded by Brown, left side, kicks it out to Finkley. With 9 on the shot clock, driving right side, blocked by Jones, going the other way. Benarbi skips it ahead. Williamson in transition, one-on-one, blocked from behind by Jones the second. Williamson hits the deck, rebound by Fleming Jr. on the left side, working, passes it down low. Jones, and 1.
This team is hyped up right now. Tyron Jones through contact. That entire sequence was crazy. Williamson gets blocked from behind, but Jones battles back through the contact and 1.
Welcome back here inside the Thomas and Mack Center. Wyatt Touchet and Justin Young here courtside. UNLV leads 56-51. It has been a free throw affair. UNLV will shoot their 26th and 27th free throw here through the hands of Tyron Jones, who has not been successful so far. Only 3 of 7 from the line. 15:54 remains here in the second half.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be 26 here off the back end of the end one.
Thank you for the correction, partner. That is his 26th free throw for the team tonight. And he misses that one. 56-51 on the court for the Hawks. Simpson, Jones, Finkley, Williford, and Ajagbor. Ball kicked out of bounds fast by Jones the second, so it'll be UNLV ball. Turnover there.
Great hands by Benarby and Brown. Forced that ball out of Jones's hand, and Jones is the last one to touch it as it goes flying out of bounds.
On the court for UNLV, Fleming Jr., Jones, Benarby, Williamson, and Brown. 56-51, 15:37 remains here in the second half. 2 team fouls for UNLV, 5 for St. Joe's. Williamson driving left side, pulls it back. Now Fleming Jr. from the top, working down low, spinning, fadeaway, no good, just short. Fighting for the rebound, and foul call on Walter Brown. That's going to be his first personal.
Yeah, got a little handsy there trying to go for the offensive rebound. Knocks Derek Simpson to the ground, but yeah, fighting for that ball, it can be a dangerous game. Your calculation's slightly off, and you end up slapping a shoulder or a wrist instead of a ball.
And Brown with an impressive resume himself, playing pro ball for the National Basketball League of New Zealand for the Canterbury Rams the last 5 years. Won 2 championships over there, a title in Australia in the NBL, and was named the 2023 Youth Player of the Year. He also played for the New Zealand national team in 2023 in the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers before representing his country at the FIBA World Cup later that year. Kid has an impressive pedigree nonetheless. It is Hawks ball, 56-51 with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Haskins at the top of the key with 7. Kicks it over to Simpson, who's trying to work, pulls it from deep, buries it, splashes that one down, cuts the lead to 2.
That's a huge 3 for St. Joe's. That possession looked like it was dead in the water. They could get no penetration into the paint, but just a lucky 3 as the shot clock was winding down, and that's all they took.
Just 5 minutes down, 2-point game. Fouled there down low on the drive from Williamson. And the foul call is going to be on Williford, his second personal.
And that's something I like to see a little more of in the second half is Williamson with the ball. He was so good last game against Memphis. I know that was mostly from beyond the arc, but I'd like to see him drive. He's not that tall, but he's stocky, and he can really get a shot off over these big defenders.
Williamson very capable, makes the first one there. Last year led his team to the CIF State Open Division Championship, averaging 14.3 points per game and 2.5 steals as well. Senior year at Eastvale Roosevelt High School from Moreno Valley, California. Making an impact here for the Runnin' Rebels. Makes both free throws there, extending the lead to 4. He has 6 on the night.
Yeah, big 2 free throws there from Williamson.
Perfect from the line, 3 of 3. 14.5 to go here in the second half. A jog ball, handoff to Williford. Driving, spinning, kicks it out. Simpson for 3, from the left side, splash!
He's got the hot hand right now from 3. That was a contested shot. Good contest from Isaac Williamson, but he still drills it.
He has 14 on the night. Benarby backing down a jog board with contact, fights through, no good. Rebound Williford.
That's a tough one to get over a jog board there. Tries it, but to no avail.
Williford over to Simpson, left side, driving, left baseline. Blows by Williamson and regains the lead for the first time since the first half. 59-58, 13:55 remains here from the Thomas & Mack. St. Joe's has not won a game on the road this season, currently on a 2-game losing streak, so they have clawed their way back into this one. They've stayed competitive all the way through, but they lead currently 59-58 on the road with 13:55 here in the second half, Justin.
Yeah, you know, they got clobbered on the road when they went to Virginia Tech, and even losing to Steve Donahue's former team, the Penn Quakers. And it's a tough environment here. You mentioned the 2,100-mile difference, but they've come here and they've competed. They want to win this game.
Two of their starters, Derek Simpson and Deuce Jones, in double-digit scoring. Jones with 17 points and Simpson with 16. DGL with the bucket, getting the lead back for UNLV, 60-59. Less than 14 minutes here in the second half.
Yeah, great hop step from Gibbs Lawhorn to get into the paint and get the easy layup.
Down low, stolen by Bernarby, gives it up to Fleming Jr. And the 8th turnover there by St. Joe's. On the other end, Fleming Jr. and one, fights through the contact, fading away. Right hand is good.
Off the glass, the bank is open on a Thursday night here in Las Vegas. Passer must have said something great in that timeout because UNLV has come out hot here the past 30 or so seconds.
Score 62-59. A quick score update from the pavilion. UNLV women's volleyball lost in 3 sets to Fresno State. Unable to get a win there late in the season against a Mountain West foe. Here tonight in the Thomas & Mack Center, Fleming Jr. makes that one, extends the lead to 4, 63-59 with 13:20 remaining in the second half.
Great resilience here from UNLV. After giving up the lead for the first time in a while, they immediately get 5 straight. They're back up by 4.
That loss for the women's volleyball now puts them out of contention for the Mountain West tournament for the top 6 teams. Step back 3, Jones buries it, splashes that one to put 20 points on the board for him on the stat sheet.
All of a sudden, they can hit threes coming out of the break. You got him, you got Derek Simpson, you got Toscano really burying it from beyond the arc.
Bernarby at the top of the key looking to get rid of it. Gibbs Longhorn with the look, step back. Does not take it, looking down low. Bernarby one-on-one over a jog board. It's good.
Great move. Little, almost a hook shot-esque. You have to over a jog board, but Bernarby, great finish.
St. Joe's making this a tight ball game. 3 guys in double-digit scoring. Jones, Simpson, and Glover Toscano. 65-62. 12 minutes to go here in the second half. Pull-up jumper, no good from Glover Toscano. In the corner, Simpson for 3. No good. Rebound Jones. Behind the back, what a play. Fighting on the contact, blocking foul and 1 for Jones. A highlight reel play there. Behind the back in transition, so smooth. Takes the contact from Glover Toscano. Makes the right-handed layup and an opportunity for and 1.
Is that Tyron Jones or is that LeBron James? Gets the great dribble move behind the back to avoid the defender, then absorbs the contact in the paint, fades away. It was a hard foul too. Fades away, gets the bank shot. Now an opportunity here to complete the 3-point play.
UNLV has made 4 of their last 4 field goals. And Jones, who has been subpar from the line, only 3 of 8. Looking to capitalize a highlight play, in and out, no good. Bernarby, second chance, going up, strong take, good off the left side.
Yeah, you say oh no when Jones misses another free throw, but no, Bernarby, great offensive rebound, goes straight back up. Great hands from the big man.
6-0 run in the last 40 seconds. Score 69-62, less than 12 minutes of play remaining. Smith fouled, and the uproar from the crowd here did not like that call. And after that foul, we're going to step aside here for immediate timeout. 11:45 remains. UNLV leads by 7 here from the Thomas & Mack. Fresh out the timeout break, we just saw the Dress Like a Rebel challenge here inside the Thomas and Mack Center. A potential future Runnin Rebel buries one as they're dressing in oversized jerseys and shorts and shoes. Great to see the kids out here enjoying this game. 11:45 remaining here from the Thomas and Mack Center. You're listening to UNLV Runnin Rebel basketball here on Rebel Sportsnet. Courtside, Wyatt, Touchet, Justin Young. The Runnin Rebels have a good lead off a 6-0 run, 69-62. Jaden Smith for the Hawks going to line to shoot two.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Little Caleb pulled one up from about the free throw line. Could teach Tyron Jones a thing or two.
Got a better jumper than both of us, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely better than me, that's for sure.
Jaden Smith going to the line, 1 of 2 so far tonight. Misses that one. Now 1 for 3.
The band's getting excited. They want their free tots.
If Jaden Smith misses this free throw, 2 consecutive misses, gives free tots for the Parkway Tavern, Tap House, and Grill. He misses both. They get free tots. He tries to get the rebound. It ends up in the hands of Tyron Jones. Goes off a foot. And now Walter Brown has it, but it's UNLV ball. Free tots for everybody here in the MAC.
Yep, no matter what the result is tonight, UNLV fans can't be mad.
Gibbs Longhorn fouled on the left elbow shot by Glover Toscano. That's going to be his second personal. And Dre's going to go to the line and shoot two. He has 17 on the night. And it's actually his first trip to the line. Best believe that one with 11 minutes to go here.
Yeah, and really his presence at the line is pretty needed. He shoots about 87.5% from the free throw line this season. So hopefully if he can knock down 2 here, the Rebels will be staring at a 9-point lead.
Gibbs Longhorn, the junior transfer from Illinois, played 35 games over the last few seasons, only 2 starts, but has been an integral part for this Runnin Rebel program this season so far. He misses the first free throw here. Like you said, he has shot 87.5% from the line. An uncharacteristic miss. Second one up and good. Splits the line. Splits the trip from the line. Score is now 70-62 with 11 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and if you're UNLV, you just got to keep up the gas. Keep the foot on the neck of these St. Joseph Hawks.
On the corner, Simpson over to Glover Toscano. To Jones near the logo. Gets the screen from Smith. Driving left side. Contact. Shoots it. And it's foul called on Gibbs Longhorn. That's going to be his second personal near the three-point line. Yeah. They're going to say it was a 2.
They're talking about it right now. It was pretty close. It was, once again, sort of marginal contact. Really, really good sell right there from Deuce Jones.
So now they're going to go to review to see if it was a 2-point or 3-point shot. So we're going to step aside here. 11-11 remaining here in the second half. 7:62 remaining with the UNLV lead here on Rebel Sportsnet. Welcome back here inside the Thomas and Mack Center. Jones at the free throw line misses the first. Here comes his second.
Yeah, over the break, they reviewed. He did get fouled at the three-point line, so it'll be 3 shots. Misses the first one, makes the second. He's about to shoot the third.
Score 70-63. 11-11 remaining here in the second half. Jones has been very efficient from the line. Only 1 of 3 for this trip. Fighting for the out-of-bounds save, unable to do so, so it'll be UNLV ball.
Yeah, good hustle from the Rebs, and also good hustle from Deuce Jones as well. He just came face to face with the St. Joe's bench and decided not to sacrifice both of his ACLs to get that one.
Gibbs Longhorn bringing the ball up 2-3 zone here from St. Joe's. At the nail, Brown kicks it out. Williamson driving right side. Hop step, kicking out. Gibbs Longhorn, pump fake, loose ball. Grabbed by Brown, up and in.
Great offense, great ball movement from UNLV on the possession. Really from Gibbs Longhorn and Williamson driving in and then kicking it out.
9-point lead for UNLV, 72-63. Less than 11 minutes to go here. Simpson out to Haskins, back to Simpson. Haskins from the left corner. Splash!
Yeah, miscommunication from Tyron Jones and Isaac Williamson. Left the open man in the corner, and he nailed it.
Cuts the lead to 6. 2-3 zone here from the Hawks. Baseline, Benarby to Brown, cutting. It's good off the right side.
And they are doing exactly what you should against a 2-3 zone. Getting two offensive players really in the paint, making the center really choose which one he has to guard.
UNLV in the bonus as the Hawks have 9 team fouls. 10 minutes to go here, halfway through the second. Turnover there by the Hawks, and it's going to be UNLV ball. That's their 10th turnover, so both teams with 10 throughout 10 minutes in the second half.
Yeah, Aaron pass from Deuce Jones. Thought his man was going to stay put in the corner, but he decided to cut, and it's UNLV ball.
8-point lead for UNLV, 74-66. Gibbs Longhorn on the right baseline. Floater, no good. Going for the rebound is Brown, and a foul called on the ground. And it's going to go against Williford. That's going to be his 3rd personal.
Brown got hacked as he went up to get that rebound. Little two-man game from Gibbs Longhorn and Benarby. Longhorn shoots it. Brown goes up for the rebound. It's hit, I believe it was from Williford.
It's on Williford, yep.
Yes. So be a 1-and-1, I believe, for Walter Brown.
Double bonus. Now they will go
Yeah.
shoot 2. Brown's 2nd trip to the line, 1 for 2 on the night so far. Walter Brown has 5 points through this contest.
And he's done a great job stepping in with Kamani Hamilton having foul trouble. Gibbs Longhorn when he exited early in the second half for a little injury, even though he's back now. But Brown really been a glue guy for this UNLV team tonight.
We had multiple guys in foul trouble, Hamilton and Fleming Jr., alongside Benarby and Williamson, who have 3. Williamson and Hamilton did both receive a technical foul. Hamilton has fouled out of this matchup, including that technical. Walter Brown makes that first free throw, extending the lead to 9.
And that's definitely going to be something that Pastor's going to tell Hamilton either after the game at the next practice. Just control your emotions. The technical fouls, they are not worth it.
Second free throw made. Both free throws for this trip are good. So now a 10-point lead for UNLV with less than 10 minutes to go here in the second half.
Walter Brown, 2 clutch free throws. See what they do on the defensive end.
Fouled on the ground. And it's going to go against Walter Brown, who's just at the free throw line. He fouls Glover Toscano, who he was guarding.
Yeah, his blocking foul there just got in the way of his dribble. Thought the screen was going one way. He drove the other way and initiated the contact there, but fortunately foul called on UNLV.
Some substitutions for St. Joe's on the court for the Hawks. Simpson, Kearney, Jones, Haskins, and Ajogbor. And for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Jones, Benarby, Williamson, and Brown. 15 on the shot clock. Skips it over Glover Toscano. Driving left side from the screen of Ajogbor. 8 on the shot clock. Kicks it out. Pump fake. Glover Toscano straight ahead. Splash!
Great move by Deuce Jones. He had 2 options. He had Derek Simpson sort of on the wing or at top of the key with Toscano. Toscano drills that one.
Now a 7-point lead for UNLV. Williamson driving right side. Ball poked out by Ajogbor. In transition, Glover Toscano smothered by Brown, but it's a foul called on the New Zealander. That's his 3rd personal.
Fans do not like that one. It was great defensive transition defense from Walter Brown. From up here, I thought it was clean, but looking back at the replay, he definitely lower body contact. So send Toscano to the line.
Glover Toscano going to the line to shoot 2 and makes the first. Toscano with 17 points on the night, 5 of 11 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. He's been absolutely lethal behind the arc, and now 3 of 3 from the line.
Yeah, 80% shooter on the season, but he's been really good tonight.
Misses the 4th free throw of the night for himself. Rebound by the Hawks, and the slam poster by a jog ball over Jones. Put that one in the Louvre.
Yeah, absolutely. Mismatch there. Tyron Jones somehow finds his way on a jog bar in. That is not a matchup that you want if you're Tyron Jones.
Williamson driving left side with some contact, and the slam by Jones. He answers right back with a dunk of his own, but Williamson is down. Slow to get up, picked up by Tyron Jones. And all for a second, everyone takes a moment and holds their breath.
Yeah, great putback off a missed floater by Tyron Jones. But, yeah, that was scary. Holding his ankle, it looked like. But he's staying in the game. He's walking it off.
Yep, Williamson shaking up. Going to come back into the front court for the Hawks offense. Motions off the bench and says he's okay. So 8:30 here to go. UNLV leads 78-72. Hawks on the offensive side here. Simpson on the left wing, guarded by Williamson. A jog ball now at the top of the key. Handoff Glover. Toscano pulling out for a 3. Splash! He's on fire!
Heavily contested, but it did not matter. He knew he was getting to one spot, and he was going to shoot that John no matter what. Great shot from Toscano.
Cuts the lead now to 3, 78-75, with just 8 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Jones, pump fake, misses it. Rebound Simpson, one-on-one, no one in front of him now, dunks it, and it's a 1-point game.
Big run here from St. Joseph's. Really, I don't know what happened on the offensive possession, but turnover by UNLV, another one for them, and no transition D from UNLV. Basically had a free lane to the rim.
And now a foul called on Deuce Jones. That's going to be his second personal, and with that, we're going to take a media timeout. Stepping aside, 7:49 remaining, a 1-point game. Don't go anywhere. More basketball action on the other side here on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back here inside the Thomas and Mack Center. A 1-point game between UNLV and St. Joe's. Here courtside, Wyatt, Touchet, Justin Young, Jaden Glover, Toscano. The sophomore transfer from St. John's this year is lighting it up. He's been averaging 11 points per game, but tonight has 20 and has hit 5 crucial threes, which has kept the Hawks in this game and keeping it a 1-point difference.
Yeah, and so far this season, he's only been shooting 23.8% from 3. Clearly, that was a sign of just inconsistency because tonight he has been incredible. Throughout the whole game, he's probably been the most consistent shooter for this Hawks team. And really the reason why they're in it, him and Jones.
55.5% from the beyond the arc. And going to the line to shoot 2 is Isaac Williamson, who's been a perfect 4 for 4 tonight. Way better than his percentage on the season, yet to argue for his point. He hasn't shot that many free throws, but tonight he has been a crucial aspect, and it makes his 5th free throw here tonight, his first on this trip.
Yeah, the Memphis game, he really contributed from the three-point line, shooting 6 for 10. But tonight, he hasn't really been doing that. He's been driving to the rim. He's been getting fouled, really being more of a playmaker than just an overall three-point shooter.
Misses that free throw there, splits that trip. Ball bounces out of bounds. Last touch by St. John, so UNLV will have possession with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Jogbar couldn't really get possession there. It was weird because he was not contested to get that rebound. I think it was just the fear that he thought someone was there, forced him to mishandle it and got poked out of bounds.
And a whistle blown before the inbound conversation between Kearney and Jones. Now the inbound, Brown, the inbounder, kicks it out. Gibbs Longhorn from the corner, overshoots an air ball. Rebound Hawks.
Yeah, good shot, good look there, but far too strong. Airballs it going over the rim.
Gibbs Longhorn leading the Runnin' Rebels with 18 points on the night. Glover Toscano leading the Hawks. Deep for 3, no good. Second in scoring for the Hawks. Jones leads for scoring, and Jones with the foul here. That's going to be his 3rd personal. And because the Runnin' Rebels are in double bonus, they'll go to the line, shoot 2.
Yeah, and Toscano, that was definitely a heat check. Another contested deep 3 for him. He's been hitting it. That one just a little strong off the back iron, and immediate foul. And Tyron Jones will try to figure out his struggles from the free throw line.
Keep in mind, down the stretch here, 7:25 remaining. The Runnin' Rebels lead only by 2. They have multiple injuries. Laji Dembele, Miles Shea, Emmanuel Steffen. And then Nos Cunningham, who is shaking up Trey Jones, also at the line here, makes that free throw.
Banks it in. I guess if you haven't struggled just swishing it, go for the bank.
Tyron Jones splits that. And so 38 free throws on the night for UNLV, the most this season.
Yeah, Passner is going to make Tyron Jones shoot about 2,000 free throws the next UNLV practice.
Ball thrown out of bounds by the Hawks. Costly turnover here with 7:12 remaining. UNLV leads by 3.
Yeah, bad hands there from a Jogbar. Had the good entry pass to get him to drive to the paint, but it was off his hands and out of bounds.
On the court for UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Jones, Benarby, Williamson, and Brown. They have to be careful with the number of injuries they have. These guys are going to show their conditioning here. Benarby for 3, no good.
That is not the shot for Benarby. He does not take it often, and we just saw why right there.
Now it's his first 3-point attempt this season and misses the mark there. UNLV still leads by 3. On the court for the Hawks, Simpson, Kearney, Jones, Glover Toscano, and a Jogbar. Simpson left wing, driving. Floater up, no good on the right hand. Rebound, Benarby.
Great defense from Benarby. Switches on to Simpson, stays in front of him, gets a hand up, and causes Simpson to be short on the shot.
Williamson left side, now over to Benarby at the top of the key. Handoff Gibbs Longhorn. Trying to drive left side, backing down. Floater up, no good. Benarby put back up and in, extending the lead now to 5.
That is more of Benarby's range, not from the 3, but getting the offensive rebound over to Jogbar and going straight back up. Beautiful job in the post.
82-77. 6 minutes remain here in the second half. Benarby with 10 points after that putback rebound. Jones kicks it back out. Glover Toscano off the screen. 3-pointer. No good. In and out. Rebound Benarby.
Every UNLV fan just held their breath as that ball rattled out of the rim.
Benarby with the double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds. The spinning layup is good by Williamson and 1.
Amazing play by Isaac Williamson. Spin move off the dribble. Gets fouled. It goes through the contact. Gets the layup off of the glass on Deuce Jones too. The crowd loves it. He loves it. The team loves it. Beautiful shot from Isaac Williamson.
And that's Jones's 4th personal. They're going to keep him out. A Jogbar comes out. Jaden Smith comes in. Great play there by Williamson. Awaiting this free throw, he could be in double-digit scoring here for the 2nd straight game.
Yeah, and he does not look like a true freshman out there. He looks like a vet. He looks like a guy who knows how to win a game.
And Williamson makes the free throw. He's now the 5th Runnin' Rebel in double-digit scoring. Gibbs, Longhorn, Jones, Bernardi, Williamson, and Fleming Jr. 5:27 remaining here in the half. Glover Toscano kicks it out. Kearney for three. No good off the front side, and a foul on the ground.
They're going to get Bernardi there, I believe, on Jaden Smith. Once again, trying to battle for that inside position, try to box him out. Apologies, that's Dre Gibbs, the Lawhorn.
And that's going to be his third personal. Fighting for the rebound, puts a push in the back of Jones, who has had 15 free throws up to this point, and he's made 12 of them.
Gibbs Lawhorn pleading his case with the ref, but the explanation will be shot 1-1 here.
Jones 1-1, misses it. Bernardi with the rebound, gets it to Brown, and a foul called on Kearney. They're already in the double bonus. That's the 14th team foul on St. Joe. And so Brown will go to the line and shoot two.
Amazing rebound off the front end of the one and in by Jacob Bernardi, and great eyes. He was kind of backed up in the baseline, about a step out of bounds, but he quickly gets it to Walter Brown, who corrals in, gets fouled immediately.
The New Zealander will go to line to shoot his fifth and sixth free throws of the night. He currently has 7 points so far through this contest. UNLV leads by 8, 85-76. 77, excuse me.
Yeah. And I don't think Walter Brown would have thought that with 5 minutes left in the second half he'd be playing so much time. Of course, the foul out by Kamani Hamilton. But he stepped it in here, and he misses the first free throw, but he's been clutch so far.
Season high so far for Brown was 7 points. He's not got a lot of time on the court, but with the injuries and the foul trouble for UNLV, these are crucial minutes to prove that he is a reliable asset. Splits the trip there, 1 of 2. So extends the lead to 9, 86-77 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the ballgame. Deuce down low, Smith finds the basket, cuts the lead down to 7.
Yeah, good two-man game. Bernardi stood up to guard the guard, and that leaves Jaden Smith wide open for an easy dunk.
Williamson left baseline, one-on-one, hook shot, it's in, off the right hand.
Yeah, Isaac Williamson, he's not very tall, once as we mentioned, only staying at 6 foot, but able to get that position inside the paint and gets a little close shot there. Excellent job.
Jones left side working, kicks it out. Simpson, one more pass stolen by Gibbs Longhorn in the hands of Williamson in transition. Gives it up to Dre, driving left side, reverse, no good. Blocked by Haskins. Rebound, Gibbs Longhorn puts it back up. No, the putback slam by Tyron Jones.
Tyron Jones showing the motion. That was over multiple Hawks defenders there. Amazing putback slam. That could be the key point, the key turning point for tonight's matchup.
The largest lead of the night, 90-79. Jones goes up and a foul call off the ball. Tyron Jones just gives the referee the ball in frustration. And with that last foul, we're going to go step aside for another media timeout. 90-79, 3:57 remaining here in the ball game. Don't go anywhere. More action here on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back inside the Thomas and Mack Center. Wyatt, Touchet, Justin Young here courtside. The Runnin Rebels lead 90-79. And Runnin Rebel fans, Rebel Nation can finally grab their popcorn and sit back and enjoy this game. The points off turnovers 18 to the Hawks 6. And the out-rebounding total has been absolutely remarkable for the Runnin Rebels. 52 rebounds to the Hawks 36. And it's now showing up late in this game with less than 4 minutes to go. And that might be the very reason the Runnin Rebels are able to come out on top here at home.
Yeah, and it's kind of been this way all season, letting their defense create their offense. They're averaging around 9 steals a game, which is crazy for a team in only 40 minutes of time. But yeah, we've seen it, and St. Joe's, they've been able to keep up a little bit. This is really going to be the stretch. With only 4 minutes left, down 11, it all starts with these 2 free throws here from Deuce Jones II.
The same 5 on the court for UNLV. Gibbs, Longhorn, Jones, Benarby, Williamson, and Brown. On the other side of the break, Gibbs Longhorn was credited with the foul. That's his 4th personal. At the line is Deuce Jones, who shot 16 so far in this game. The 1-for-1, he makes the first, so he'll get 1 more. Jones with 22 points on the night.
Yeah, and it's not only that. He's really been filling the stat sheet. 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists as well.
13 of those points have come from the line. Here's the second free throw, makes both. He is now 14 of 18 from the line tonight. He is 23 to go as well.
Yeah, if you're going to go to the charity stripe that many times in the game, you just may as well make a ton of them.
So now a 9-point game. UNLV leads 90-81. 3:50 remains here in the ball game. Williamson, left side, kicks it out to Brown. Jab step to the right, drives left. Backing down a defender, 1-on-1, spinning. Fadeaway is good from 5 feet out.
That was contested the entire way. Brown was not going to beat him by his speed or his power, but fades away. High arcing mid-ranger, and it's cash.
Brown with 10 points, his season high, and he's the 6th Runnin Rebel tonight in double-digit scoring. On average on the season, 5 Runnin Rebels average double-digit scoring. Right baseline drive, good by Simpson, cutting the lead back to 9.
Yeah, and the fans, and I think some of the players well thought that Deuce Jones traveled there for a second. No call, and Simpson gets the easy layup.
3 St. Joe's player have 20-point-plus scoring on the night. Foul there. And Williamson will go to the line, shoot 2. Jones, Simpson, and Glover Toscano all with 20-plus points on the night.
Yeah, and they're going to get Simpson there. Williamson sort of did the shot fake and then went up the second time, and that's when Simpson got him on the arm.
And on the other side for the UNLV, Gibbs, Longhorn, Jones, Benarby, Williamson, Brown, and Fleming Jr. all in double-digit scoring. Hamilton had 9 before he fouled out and got that technical foul. Williamson makes the first free throw here, putting him at 13 points tonight.
Yeah, he's been huge. You know, I mentioned before, not really contributing in the way he did against Memphis, but without them, they're not in their position that they're in right now.
Williamson shooting his 9th free throw, and he makes it. He is 8 of 9 from the line tonight, extending the lead to 11 with just 3:05 left in the ball game.
Yeah, and a jog bar goes out again. Jaden Smith checking back in. They've been flip-flopping them, it seems, pretty often here late in the game.
Yep, in the game for the Hawks, Simpson, Jones, Haskins, Smith, and Glover Toscano. And for UNLV, Jones, Gibbs, Longhorn, Benarby, Williamson, and Brown. Jones driving left side, kicks it out. Glover Toscano open from the left side. No good. A rare miss here tonight. Rebound by Brown.
Yeah, that one was wide open. I thought that was going in for sure, but Toscano, he was maybe too open, got in his head a little bit. Clanks that one off the front iron.
Made some difficult three-pointers earlier. Wide open there. Misses that one. Holding the clock, holding the ball, dribbling it out to drain the clock. Williamson driving right side. Euro step, hit from behind. And that's going to go against Jaden Smith. And he's going to foul out of this contest. His 5th personal.
Yep. Attack the rim, attack the rim, attack the rim. That has been Isaac Williamson's game so far in the second half. Once again, a little Euro step to get it inside. And Jaden Smith has no choice but to hit him over the back.
And a quick 30-second timeout from the Hawks. So we're going to step aside. Don't go anywhere here on Rebel Sports Net. Welcome back here live from the Thomas and Mack Center. Williamson misses his first of potential 2 free throws. He has been money from the line tonight, 8 of now 10 from the charity stripe.
Impressive from the true freshman. Wipes his hands on his shorts, a little bit of sweat maybe getting on there. Shakes it off, gets ready, takes a breath, shoots the next one. Nails
2.5 minutes to go. A 12-point lead after that made free throw for Williamson. He is now 9 of 11.
It's put up or shut up time for St. Joe's right now. It's getting desperate right now. They really need to start hitting some threes like they did earlier in the second half.
95-83, less than 2.5 minutes to go. Hawks on the offensive side. A jog ball to Glover Toscano. Sets the screen, rolls off right, passes it over to Williford, now checking into the game. Blocked there by Jones, gets the rebound. Blocked again by Jones. 2 blocks, 1 possession. Gibbs Longhorn 3-on-2. Right side, no good. Put back, foul, and 1. Walter Brown.
I don't believe they're going to count that. I think they're going to call it on a foul against not Gibbs Longhorn, but the guy who fouled Gibbs Longhorn beforehand. But go back to the defense. Tyron Jones, 2 straight blocks, goes up. The guy grabs his own rebound, but then he goes up again, and Jones goes up again. The tenacity from Tyron Jones here on the defensive side tonight. It's been huge for the UNLV Rebels.
So Gibbs Longhorn will go to the line. Brown not credited with the points. Gibbs Longhorn makes the free throw, so it's now a 13-point game with 2:04 remaining.
Yeah, I think regardless, I think that last possession was the killer for St. Joe's. Took about 20 seconds off the shot clock, and all they could muster up was 2 shots from inside the 3-point line, and both of them were blocked.
On the court for the Hawks as Gibbs Longhorn makes both free throws. Simpson, Jones, Haskins, Glover Toscano, and Williford for UNLV. Gibbs, Longhorn, Jones, Bernarby, Williamson, and Brown. At the logo, Jones kicks it out. Haskins to the corner. Williford, no good, just short. Rebound, Gibbs Longhorn.
Yeah, they needed that one. This one's, you could probably put a bow on it. I don't think St. Joe's going to try to play the foul game here with about a minute and a half left.
Less than 2 minutes to go. UNLV will hold on to the ball and dribble as much clock as possible. They lead by 14. A minute and a half remains. Williamson with the ball at the logo. Screen left from Bernarby. Driving left side. Contact, loses the ball. Stolen. Going the other way, Simpson.
Yeah, bad possession there from UNLV.
Haskins with the layup and a timeout by Coach Donahue. And we're going to step aside briefly. 1:18 remains, still a 12-point lead for UNLV. You're listening to Runnin' Rebels basketball here on Rebel Sports Net. Great offensive possessions from the Runnin' Rebels down the stretch, making 5 of the last 7 field goal attempts. A minute 17, minute 18 remaining in this ball game, and they lead by 12. Justin.
Yeah, Isaac Williamson, he's been the main ball handler here late for the Runnin' Rebs. Seems like every possession he's able to sort of knife his way through the paint and get some fouls called on him, regardless on if he makes the layup or not.
So now, fresh off the timeout from Coach Donahue, they have 1 remaining. UNLV has 2. Scores 97-85. 1:18 remains here in the ball game. Full court press from St. Joe's for a last-ditch effort to try to get back in this ball game. Good ball movement here in the backcourt. Walter Brown to Gibbs Longhorn. 7 seconds have ticked, but they're able to get it across midcourt. And UNLV in prime position as Bernarby is fouled by Haskins to walk away with the win here in the Mack.
Yeah, great job by Gibbs Longhorn. The pressure does get to him. He gets double teamed in the backcourt with only about a second left to get that ball out before they call the 10-second violation. But gets it out, gets it deep to an uncovered Bernarby, and now he'll shoot 2 here for UNLV.
And as Bernarby goes to the line, we're going to take a look up ahead at the upcoming schedule. Next week for Thanksgiving, on the 24th and 25th, Monday and Tuesday, is the Players Era Tournament at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Bernarby makes his first free throw there. First game on Mondays against Maryland at 7 p.m. tip-off, and then a 9 o'clock tip-off. I know, very late. I'll be there calling it against Alabama. Both good games, and it'll be an exciting one here. Both free throws made by Benarby. 99-85, 14-point lead for the Runnin' Rebels.
You have unfortunate Alabama fans that live in Alabama have to stay up till midnight just to see the tip-off of that game. Yeah.
Simpson looking for Jones. Pulls a three, left side, no good, just short. Rebound, Tyron Jones. And a timeout by Jones in the backcourt. And that'll be a quick 30-second timeout. We're not going to go anywhere. We're going to take a look at the upcoming schedule for the St. Joe's Hawks schedule as well. The 25th on Tuesday is against Rutgers at home. And then they go on the road after Thanksgiving on the 30th to Princeton, not too far down the road in New Jersey.
Yeah, interesting about both of those games is that Rutgers game, it's not against Rutgers in the Big Ten. It's against Rutgers Camden, the Camden campus of Rutgers University. So that's why they get the home game there. And then Princeton and the Jersey Jam, as they call it. That'll be an interesting game between an Ivy League school and an Atlantic 10 school.
99-85, 48.4 remains. A quick timeout from Tyron Jones to quickly get a second to breathe and get the last-ditch effort to come out of this game with the win. UNLV leads by 14 with less than a minute remaining here in the Mack, and you can hear Rebel Nation with the Rebel chants.
Yep. Unfortunate for St. Joe's, they could not really get it done tonight. They're going to be staring at their third straight loss in the face. Thankfully, they get to go back home, which is the only way they've been winning this season. But it was unfortunate. They really stayed through it for most of this game, but fell apart with about 5 minutes left in the second half.
Gibbs Longhorn with the inbound. Looks like St. Joe's will back off on the full court press and allow UNLV to dribble out the clock here on this possession.
Fans can smell it. Cheerleaders can smell it. The players can smell it. This one is over.
This was a hard-fought game. A lot of injuries, a lot of foul trouble, and you know, this shows the resiliency of this program and these players buying into the culture under head coach Josh Pastner.
Absolutely. Do whatever it takes to win. If that means driving the lane and not getting three-pointers, then have it be. But drawing the contact, getting to the line, that's been the key for UNLV tonight.
Williamson with the floater. It was just coming out of the hoop. Tyron Jones slams it down. They initially said it was good, and then the referee said, nope, it's on the cylinder. And they're going to take a review with 21.8 seconds, which seems insufferable. So we're going to step aside here as they do that here on Rebel Sportsnet. Welcome back inside the Thomas and Mack Center. After further review, it is confirmed interference above the rim by Tyron Jones. So a pointless review with 23 seconds remaining. UNLV leads by 14 down the stretch.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to come away with their third win of the season in 23 seconds here.
Yeah, refs pretty much, that's just a contractual obligation to review that. Does not impact the outcome of the game whatsoever, but they want to look good.
Three-pointer from Haskins, no good. Kearney. And the rebound by Gibbs. Longhorn will dribble the ball out. And the cheers from Rebel Nation as head coach Josh Pastner wins his third game as head coach under UNLV. And a sweet one at that, 85 after 40 minutes of play. Runnin Rebels on top here tonight from the Thomas and Mack Center.
Yeah, really impressive job. Back-to-back wins against two really good teams, Memphis, American League, the American Conference, and then St. Joseph from the Atlantic 10. They really care about their basketball over there in Philadelphia. So for them to be able to come back home after coming from Memphis and really put on a show for the fans tonight, almost getting 100 points. And really the key was the free throw line for both of these teams.
Season high free throw attempts, 49 as a collective for UNLV. Mind you, 58 rebounds as well total, out-rebounding the Hawks by 21. An absolute great stat there. And then 6 Runnin Rebels in double-digit figures. Gibbs Longhorn with 20, Tyron Jones 16, Jacob Benarby 12, Isaac Williamson, with 14, Walter Brown with 11, and Howie Fleming Jr. with 12. Great display from all 6 of those guys tonight.
I really want to give a shout out to Walter Brown. Comes in, he has not had much playing time this season, but all of a sudden Kamani Hamilton gets fouled out, gets 2 fouls essentially in one play, and he gets thrust back out there, and really he did an amazing job filling in. He really showed his experience playing over in New Zealand and Australia here tonight.
And that experience from the professional level showed up. 23 minutes of playing time and 11 points, a perfect 3 for 3, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. 99-85, the third win under head coach Josh Passner with UNLV. We want to say a special thank you to program director Kevin E. Martin for getting this show up on air, and all of you listening at home, a special thank you from all of us here at Rebel Sports Net. Wyatt, Touchet, Justin Young from Thomas and Mack Center. We're signing off. Have a good one. See you later, folks.